Hello and welcome. Welcome to a Yin and Restorative class. It's more of a Yin class. So there'll be a little bit of movement, but it's for all levels, also beginners. Like you can just roll in and sit down on your mat. It doesn't really matter what level you are on, or this class is focusing on hips and sacrum and the lower part of our upper body. And this is a wonderful class to do after a dynamic vinyasa or a yogi guards class, or if you've been training at the studio, or if you've been out running or something. This is great. My hair, by the way, I'll just explain it because it's unusual. At least for me, I've been at a Viking festival this weekend, so I'm all braided up with Viking style hair. I'm a true wannabe. All right, find your music. The music for today is called Resting into Earth. Resting into Earth. And we start with the song Tabla Breath. Tabla Breath. 1, 2, 3. And you can just have it in the background. So find a comfortable seat. You don't have to sit like me. Just make sure that you are comfortable. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. One more time. And slow down your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. And then 2 times, you breathe in more than you think you can. So you really inhale long and good, much more than what you usually would do. And now we're gonna breathe equally. So count to 4, 6, or 8. So you make your inhale just as long as your exhale. Two more times where you count to 4, 6, or 8. Now you're going to guide the energy into your spine. So you inhale through your nose to the top vertebra, to the top of your spine, and then down the spine to the tailbone. Then exhale from the tailbone up, 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 and out through the crown. So you inhale in and down, and exhale from the tailbone up through the spine and out through the top of your skull. And you can use your spiritual hands if you want. So you guide the energy in, let it ripple down your spine. And you can maybe even feel a cold or warm sensation inside your spine. Inhale, let it ripple down. Exhale, let it flow all the way up and out through your skull as you open up your crown. Two more times. Hand to your heart center, Anjali Mudra prayer position. And we want to go into the vibration in us. We want to dissolve our body into vibrational fields. So we think about shaking the bones and turning your body into vibration. This is why we're doing it. Doesn't matter how it sounds. I'm not very good at this, but that's not the point. So you inhale 3 times Om. And we open up the class with a namaste. Namaste. We practice for the well-being of ourselves and all beings. Now, come to sit on your mat, cross-legged, or 1 foot in front of the foot. As you can see, there's no dog in front of me. So you just sit cross-legged, 1 foot in front of the other, and put your hands on, and then you start to tip and push the legs down. I'm not going to move her because I think she's cute. She's 14 years old. She's an old dog. She's allowed. And then push one leg away from yourself to open up the hip. And here, for some of you, it's really nice to sit on a blanket just to get up a little bit. And then swap over and push the other leg away so you open up that hip, and it doesn't matter which side you start with. And then start to push from one side to the other, and you do this in your own pace. Some of you want to do it faster than me, and some of you want to do it slower than me. So you do you, and you do what feels good for your hips and your sacrum. Some of you might already feel it in the back here, or some of you may feel it in the groin inside, just from doing this. One more time each side. You keep your hands and you start to make circles. But you circle around by pushing away from yourself. So you don't grab it, it's not a spinning top. You push away, you circle. Leaning forward, pushing away, leaning backwards. Yeah? So the focus is to open up the hips. If you grab your knees, you're not opening up your hips, you're just going around. Wow, right? So that's, you circle, you warm up the hips, you open up the hips, you sit, and I can feel it in my sacrum. I feel how it moves from one pelvic half and then to the other one. So this is just, it's just so yummy for the entire lower back, all these circling movements. Bring in your breath. Exhale when you move forward. Inhale when you go backwards. Oh, she started shedding again. And then the other way around. And the other way around may seem a bit more difficult because that's your second side and it's never as fluent. And just notice if there's any sound or pain inside your hips here. What's going on? And then just remember what way around you're doing. Are you doing clockwise? So this is your second round, but are you doing clockwise or the other way? Against the clock. And then pause, stop, change your feet. Take the other foot in front. Or if you're sitting cross-legged, you just change your legs. Continue. So now you continue the same. So you do the second side as your first. Maybe you can start to move a little bit bigger. And then the other way around. Exhale when you go forward, inhale when you go back. Okay, and let's finish. Now you find your bolster. If you have one at least, you find your bolster and put it under you. We're going up on all fours. So hands down and knee down. You have the bolster under your belly, under your body here. You can also use a cushion or a sleeping bag or something like that. And then lift up your knees, and you might just want to walk a little bit. Don't do like a full extended downward dog. It's just to open up a little bit behind your knees now that they've been bent for a while. And now we're going to swing the right leg over. So on another class, on another video, I'm going to show you figure 4 pose. So you swing your right leg over the bolster. We're going into pigeon prep. And the reason why I'll do another video with figure 4 pose is because that if you have knee injury or ankle injury, you cannot and should not lie in pigeon. So if you don't have a bolster or cushion, you can just do it straight on the mat. Then you roll on the bolster. And we roll again to warm up and open up the hips. You roll and roll. And then you figure out where can you stay on the bolster with square hips and the sits bones are horizontally. So you're not tipping to one side or the other, but your sacrum is straight. Then use a block under your chest and a block under your forehead and come down to rest. And we're going to stay here for 3 minutes. So I'll be looking at my phone to keep track of time. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. One more time. And then try your best to relax those big muscles in your bum, the glutes. And as before, when we were doing pranayama, the breathing and energy exercises, see if you can breathe all the way down to the tailbone. And then let the air, the oxygen, and the energy stay in your perineum, in your pelvis. 2 more deep breaths. And then slowly come out. Come up on your hands and just slide back on your bum. Ooh. Wiggle that leg out. I like to go into downward dog after this one. But you do you know, you do what you need. But I almost always want to stretch that leg that I've been lying on. Okay, the other side. When you swing the left leg over, try to get the left knee behind your left hand. And then again, you roll on the bolster, maybe even shake a little bit, whatever you need to do to get those muscles to relax and, you know, meet your hips. Our joints really love shaking, like stirring and shaking, sliding and gliding. So healthy. So you just do that. And when you're ready, you find where you're supposed to lie on the bolster. Make sure that your hips are square and your sits bones are horizontally, equal weight. And then lie down. 3 minutes here. And I have there's a lot of difference in my hips and also my pelvic halves. And most likely, most people, there's a difference. So just notice if you need to come up higher, if you need a little bit more support here or less. I didn't mention it, but I really enjoy having a blanket on my leg, under my leg, the one that's in the mat behind me. You might enjoy that too. My dog's looking at me. She wants to go for a walk. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. Relax your jaw. Let go of your eyebrows. Soften your mouth and keep breathing in and out through your nose. And then try to relax the big muscles in your seat. 2 more deep breaths. And then start to move upwards on your hands and get out of the pose the way you want to and need to. Again, I know that I need to stretch that leg that I've been lying on. And then come to sit, and you're gonna go into diamond pose. So feet together and knees apart, 90 degrees inside your knees. And for many of you, it's really nice with blocks under your legs here. Lift up the muscles in your seat. It's also nice to sit on a blanket just to get up a little bit higher. Then you can use the bolster like into your crotch, and you can lie on it and put a block in addition onto the bolster to support your forehead. You can also have the bolster up high like this and rest your head on the bolster, so you figure out what you need in order to relax. Most of you need arms above the legs, or some of you can scoop it under the legs as well. 3 minutes here. Make sure that you have a square inside. It's not butterfly, it's diamond pose. Three minutes. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. And then scan yourself to check where are you not relaxing. And if you need a little bit of movement, a little bit of wriggle, kind of to, something can sometimes be stuck. You can have a small paddle or like a small stone in a door, so you can't really get the door to close fully, or something is blocking the door so it can't open up fully. So you just maybe lurch, shake, or stir, and then see, oh, I got the pedal out, I got the small stone out. And because your feet are together here, and hopefully you have 90 degrees inside both of your knee joints, and then in your body and your legs and the opening of your hip will tell you quite a lot which hip is most closed. Or if you have like one pelvic half that's more stuck than the other, it's not sliding and gliding so much. Or one leg is higher up than the other. Don't force, no force. Don't push yourself, no pushing. Support yourself with equipment. And then soften. Make yourself soft inside. Fluffy and sweet. Don't want to hear or see or any comments about force. This is absolutely not the point. We're not in Russia. Or you may be. I'm not. And I'm not taking you there. I used to be a gymnast. So I know what it means to be forced. Two more deep breaths. Oh. And then slowly move up. Oh. Christ, I can really feel that in my sacrum. Oh. And then just extend the legs. Oh my God. Okay. Now we're going into straddle pose. It's also called Upavista Konasana. So you open up your legs, both of them, to the side as much as you can. Don't compare yourself to me. Flex your feet for now. It's really good to have a block under your knees here. Sit on a blanket as well. If you're doing my classes on a regular basis, get 4 blocks. 2 foam, 2 cork. Yeah. Then you have everything you need. Get a bolster as well. Big one. All right. The bolster, you can use it into your crotch and have it under your upper body, your tummy. You can also have it up high and rest your head on. Take your hands behind. Inhale, lift up your chest and just stay here with your feet flexed. And then you move a little bit from side to side, almost to ground your sits bones down. And also here, it's kind of wriggling out, moving and loosening out the hips here. Shoulder blades together, so for now your chest is wide open. And some of you have to stay here with the hands behind. Others can move forward. We still wriggle side to side, loosening up. You can even move your thighs, opening up, roll them around. Okay. And now it's time to go deep. Here you can also use blocks under the bolster and on top. So you can gradually let yourself sink down deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. We're going to do 4 minutes here. Taking the time. And now release the ankles. Blah. Relax your feet. And let your intestines relax. Blah, 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 blah. Let go of your tummy. Take a deep breath in and sigh out loud. One more time. If you have your nose to the side, you can lift up your head and swap over. Do your best to release the perineum. Relax your sexual organs here. And let the oxygen float and flow up and down your groin here. It's very typical to be very tight here. This can create pain inside of our pelvic floor, and it can create tension in the sexual organs even. So try your best to really relax here, soften. You have 4 more deep breaths to really soften and let go. Slowly start to move up, using your hands as support. We're gonna go into the last pose for today. I'm gonna give you 2 options. We're gonna have the bolster or the cushion under your spine, your entire spine. First, I'll show you saddle, where you're sitting on your feet. Yeah, you're sitting on your heels, and your heels are under your sits bones. And the bolster is into your sacrum, touching your sacrum and your feet, and your toes. And you can build your bolster up with blocks, so you come up higher. When you go into saddle, when you're sitting on your feet here, your legs will come apart a little bit. Let them. Take your chin in and roll down. Let your arms just relax and let go of your head. So this is saddle. Really amazing for the quadriceps, the psoas, the tendons and the muscles around the knee. It's super good for the sacrum as well. Okay, many of you can't do this pose. Instead, you have your feet together and knees apart, so open hips. And here you can use blocks. That's why you need 4. If you're practicing with me on a regular basis, you have 2 blocks under one under each leg. Again, chin into your chest and roll down and lie on the bolster. So this is supported fish pose. So either way, one of the 2. I'm going into saddle myself. Release your fingers and your palms, or let your palms be turned up to the sky. And see if you can get your breath all the way down into your tummy. And relax the jaw. Breathe in and out through your nose. Breathe into your ears. And feel how the oxygen travels inside your brain from ear to ear. And release your ears. Feel how the muscles around your ears relaxes. Your jaw drops. Your lips are fluffy and sweet like candy floss. Then allow your entire spine to roll down into the bolster. Drop your spine down. And let the oxygen flow, stream all the way through the spine to the tailbone. Release the tailbone down into earth. Release it down like an anchor. Like an anchor coming from a ship, sinking into the sea and all the way down to the bottom. Let your tailbone drop down sink down like an anchor. Let your tailbone become longer and longer and freer and freer. And the muscles in your bum, those big glutes, they become transparent, full of air, vibrant. And you realize that the muscles in your thighs are now heavy and completely relaxed. You can stay if you want, or stay lying on the bolster and just stretch your legs forward. Give yourself another 2 minutes. Or you can roll off your bolster and come down to Lina Fasta position to the side. Ooh.
So you may want to twist a little bit and stretch in your sacrum there. I can definitely feel like I gave myself some love today. So you can just start to move and wriggle. Make some good morning sounds. Take your time to wake up, cuddle, give the lower back a little massage. I'm gonna say goodbye to you now. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Sending you lots of love. You're a divine human being. Remember that. Namaste.